Why is the border wall a terrible idea? The U.S.-Mexico border is nearly 2,000 miles long and runs through major cities, uninhabited deserts, personal property, and the Rio Grande River. Donald Trump's border wall is an obsession, not good policy. The idea for a wall literally began as a memory trick. In 2014, Trump's early political advisors wanted him to talk more about immigration, and the idea of the wall was created so that he could remember that talking point. From there, it became a racist campaign chant.
Build the wall. They will. Who's going to pay for it? 100%, okay?
But 5 years later, Trump is obsessed about building a border wall, going so far as to shut down the federal government for a record-setting 35 days in a failed attempt to get money for his wall. Here are 10 reasons why Trump's border wall is a terrible idea. 1. Trump's wall would be an environmental disaster. Conservationists and wildlife managers say that the wall region is one of the most ecologically vulnerable areas on the border, home to native plants, 400 species of birds, and endangered ocelots and jaguarundis, two beautiful small cat species in the region. The wall would increase flooding, devastate wildlife, and put greater strain on already endangered species. 2. The majority of the Rio Grande Valley near the border is privately owned. In order to build the wall on top of it, Trump would have to hire attorneys to seize the land using eminent domain, meaning ranchers and homeowners could have their land taken by the government for a fraction of the market value. 3. Trump's wall would be a massive waste of taxpayer dollars. Contrary to Trump's racist chant, Mexico will not pay for his wall. Here are 5 other things that we could do with the $5 billion Trump wants to spend. 4. The geography along the border makes the wall illogical and construction nearly impossible. Ironically, the roads that would need to be built to construct the wall in remote areas would only make crossing easier. 5. Proposals have included cutting through Native American land. Trump's wall could separate the Tohono O'odham Nation, a federally recognized tribe that has land and members on both sides of the border. 6. The border is already secure. There is already fencing along much of the border, and border security spending has steadily increased for the Customs and Border Protection for the last 15 years, making the border more secure than it has ever been. 7. The number of immigrants crossing the border is at a 40-year low. Those coming to the border today are mostly women and children who are seeking asylum, an entirely legal process to enter the U.S. These women and children are generally turning themselves into Border Patrol agents, not trying to go around a wall. 8. A wall does nothing to address why people are coming to the border. In a recent hearing, one advocate quoted an 11-year-old boy she spoke with.
As one 11-year-old told me, who I interviewed, he said, "If I stayed in my country, I would die. If I took the journey, I might die. So I had to take the chance." You can't deter away a refugee crisis.
9. A border wall would be a lasting symbol of America's racism and intolerance. 10. Most Americans agree that Trump's wall is a bad idea. All members of Congress who represent the border oppose Trump's wall. And a decisive majority of Americans disagree with Trump's wall. Trump's wall is not about security. It is a racist symbol and a monument to his extremism. Call your member of Congress at 202-224-3121 and let them know that we don't want Trump's wall.